Welcome to Columbus, Ohio. It's the final game of the week here in the first round of the college football playoffs as the number 8 seeded Ohio State will take on the visitors, the Tennessee Volunteers, the number 9 seed, 2 top 5 defenses in the country, and 2 teams that are top 10 in all-time program wins. It is a matchup for the Blue Bloods as Ohio State takes the field. And today we're going to be looking out for the run games of both sides. There's a spellback duo of Travion Henderson and Quinshon Judkins for the boys in red, and for the team in orange, it's all about SEC Offensive Player of the Year, Dylan Sampson. From Baton Rouge, a junior, he has 22 touchdowns and a season record, program record for the Tennessee Volunteers. We're about to get underway as the kickoff is set. Tennessee to return first. This to be returned by Selden at about the 5-yard line. Takes this out to the left side and brought down at about the 21-yard line. And that's where Tennessee will start their drive. Led by quarterback Nico Iamaleava and, of course, running back Dylan Sampson. Just talked about Sampson. Let's get into Nico Iamaleava. He's a redshirt freshman standing at 6'6", 19 touchdowns and 5 interceptions, and he'll start out of the gun. 1 tight end lined up to the left, 2 tight ends set. Motioning over to the right side, it's Kitzelman. Here's the handoff. First carry of the day, goes for 10 and gets out for about 15 yards, marking for 14. Dylan Sampson on the carry. This Ohio State defense, led out by their leader in tackles, Sonny Styles. 76 tackles on the season, 4 sacks overall. This guy is a linebacker who has played here for years. From Pinkerington, Ohio. Tennessee checks the sideline. They go hurry up. 1 tight end, Kitzelman, motions to the right. 3 receivers that way. Sampson, the running back, in the backfield. Iamaleava gives a check to the line and snaps. Here's the play fake. Iamaleava rolls right, fires to the check down. He's got Sampson for about 2 yards on the flat route. And so the first completion of the day for 2 yards. Well, just about under a minute into this game. And if you're just joining us, I'm Evan Sharrard. Welcome to the broadcast here at Ohio Stadium in Columbus, Ohio. The 8 seed Ohio State and 9 seed Tennessee trying to see who's going to figure out who's going to be playing against Oregon next week. 2nd and 8, handoff to Sampson. There's a flag on the field as he'll be brought down by Jordan Hancock. That hold is going to be against Lance Hurd. Hurd, one of the veterans on this team. And that'll back him up. It'll be 2nd and 18. And talking about the line play, just mentioned Lance Hurd. Lance Hurd, a sophomore, only played 4 games this year. The backup lineman majority of the time, but Cooper Mays is who I'm looking out for. Iamaleava rolls right and runs into a defender. Down he goes. Say hello to Caden Curry. 2.5 sacks on the season. His first sack of the day there. High energy at the edge position. He always makes key contributions as a rotational pass rusher. And right there, Caden Curry picks up the first sack of the day. Not a lot of time for Iamaleava. And right off the edge for the first big play on 2nd down. 3rd down and 26. 3 receivers wide to the left, 1 wide to the right. Sampson, the running back, in the backfield. Snap back pass, Iamaleava. Lots of time, gonna air it out, and that's gonna find the ground. Incomplete as he was hit as he throws. And so that will bring up 4th down. Tennessee stopped short of anything here, and they'll bring out the punting unit, where we'll see Jackson Ross set to boot it away. And Ohio State is the number 1 defense in the country. They only allow 10.9 points per game. They have been exceptional all season. Ross's boot is away. Now to be returned. Taken to about the 39, where they'll mark down. And Ohio State's offense will get a chance to come out onto the field. We take a look at a key matchup. It's the graduate senior receiver, Emeka Egbuka, who is one of the best in the business at playing out wide. But watch out for Jeremiah Smith as well. Number 4, freshman, breaking some records this year. Howard tries to complete it over the middle. Tough coverage. That one goes incomplete. Intended for Jeremiah Smith there. And talking about Jeremiah Smith, he is a freshman receiver, true freshman, who broke Chris Carter's 40-year standing freshman receiving records for not only receiving yards, but touchdowns, with 934 and 10 respectively. He'll be an impact performer to watch in this one. Howard out of the gun, play fake. Some time and completes it over the middle. There's Ibuka. Gets all the way out to the 40-yard line on his first catch of the day. And Ohio State is in business. We get another replay look here. Good blocking up front. The center kind of lost his footing. Seth McLaughlin won pretty quickly, but he didn't have anybody to block. Ohio State going to hurry up here. Receivers all lined up to the left. One tight end to the right. Howard out of the gun. From the 39-yard line, 1st and 10. Takes the snap and hands this off to Henderson, who's met in the backfield. Big play there for Omari Thomas coming off the edge and making the play in the run game. He's always disruptive, and he provides some veteran leadership here for Tennessee that they need in a big game against Ohio State. The 16th ranked offense in the country in Ohio State. Tennessee, like we said at the top of the broadcast, a top 5 defense. Howard out of the gun, play fake. He'll go read option. Carrying it to his left. He's met by 3 men in white. And he's brought down, and it'll be 3rd down and 10 from the 39. It'll be interesting to see where Ohio State decides to go on 3rd down. They've got great options all across the board. From G. Scott Jr. at tight end, Emeka Ebuka, and Jeremiah Smith. Lots of options. One high safety for Tennessee out of the gun. Howard back to throw on 3rd and 10. Down he goes. Bringing him down for the first time today is James Pierce Jr. His 6th sack of the year, and that leads all Tennessee Volunteers. He is a major disruptor to the passing game. He is the kind of guy you game plan specifically for. Right here, gets right off of a block with a spin move, and an easy sack there on Will Howard to bring up 4th down and long and push Ohio State out of field goal range. Now on to punt is Joe McGuire. There's the snap, good hold. And McGuire gets it off towards the left side of the field where it'll travel out of bounds at the 29. And Tennessee quickly out there for their first play of the second drive. Iamaleava takes the snap. Back to pass, fires to his right side, completing it out to his tight end. Right there, it's Kitzelman, his first catch of the day. A gain of 5. Take another replay here. Good protection all around on both sides. And a great toe drag. Able to make the catch low to the ground. Tennessee going hurry up. In the slot is Squirrel White. They go handoff to Sampson, and he is bottled up after a gain of about 4. Sampson's 2nd carry of the day, the SEC leading rusher in touchdowns, carries, and yards. Setting a school record this year. Been impressive. A junior running back. Now 3rd and 1. Tennessee still going with this hurry-up style offense. Man in motion to the left is White. Out of the gun. And a handoff. Sampson got the first down as he moves to his left and picks up about 4. Just 5 minutes into the first quarter. Tennessee and Ohio State both scoreless so far. And we get a replay there. Nice tackling, filling the gap. Great job by both the members of the 2nd level of Ohio State. That's going to be key in this game if you want to stop Tennessee's ground game. Out of the gun on 1st down, play fake. Iamaleava quickly fires to his right and finds his receiver, Chris Brazzell, II, his 29th catch of the year. Brazzell had a 53-yard reception his season long against Alabama. And he's known for those big plays in the red zone with his 6'5" frame right there. Able to find plenty of space on that curl route. And a nice tackle by Denzel Burke, the number 1 corner for Ohio State. Going hurry up again at midfield. Iamaleava hands this off to Sampson. Lots of space. Goes for the first down as he picks up about 13 on the play. Nice carry there. A lot of really good blocking right now. Andre Karich working with Javante Spraggins on that side of the line. Really good blocking. Nice pickup of the first down. They just cleared a big-time space over there. And in this game, we'll be watching that front 7 matchup for Ohio State. Tyleik Williams and JT Tuimaulau, both really good. Now a play fake on 1st and 10 from the 32 inside Ohio State territory. This pass brings them even further into it. Miles Kitzelman makes the catch. His 2nd grab of the year, or of the game rather, and he's brought down at the 11-yard line. Miles Kitzelman, always reliable, towards this area. You always look for your tight end here, bigger body, good chance to box out and make tough catches. That's what he does right there. Tennessee in the red zone for the first time today. 1st and 10 out of the gun. Back to pass. Iamaleava looks right, finds his man into traffic, and Squirrel Right is brought down at the 1. Nice little motion route there, having a drag come across the middle of the field. Always a really good look down towards the goal line, especially when Ohio State backed off to try and cover the end zone. Just take what the defense gives you. Out of the gun, 1st and goal. Iamaleava gives this to Sampson, a power run, and he is bottled up short of the line to gain for the touchdown, and they'll try it again. Ohio State is coming off of an upset loss to Michigan that they played here. Michigan was unranked since the first week of this season. They're trying to get back up on pace, and goal line defense will be huge. A power set, no receivers, toss, wide open, touchdown. Dylan Sampson puts 6 in the books for the Volunteers. Tennessee strikes first in this college football playoff game. And we'll take a look at the replay here in a moment. But right there, we'll get a look right now. A lot of good blocking here. You bring out the 4 tight end set, and it's a wide open lane for the toss. That's why you run it down here. You got a lot more horizontal space than vertical, and your running back, Dylan Sampson, brings in his 23rd touchdown of the year. Great play for Tennessee to call up, and a strong second drive. Now out for the extra point is the redshirt freshman, Max Gilbert. And his kick is good. 7-0 Tennessee. And now looking towards Ohio State offensively, they are led by their running back tandem of Quinshon Judkins and Travion Henderson. Judkins played at Ole Miss, but never played against Tennessee. He was a transfer this year. He has 805 yards. I'm looking out for him, and Henderson as well, over 700 yards. Both these guys really good as that return is brought out to the 18-yard line. Back in the backfield right now is Judkins. Howard out of the gun, 3 receivers to his right. He hands it to Judkins, trying to find some space, but he is stymied at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Well, we always talk about it in any football broadcast. Games are won at the line of scrimmage, and right now, the team that's winning at the line of scrimmage so far has been Tennessee. They've been able to work that left side of the line offensively, and defensively, they're getting stops in the gaps. 2nd and 10. Howard fires over the top, and that's incomplete. Carnell Tate had his hand on it for a moment, but strong coverage to jar that free, and that'll bring up a quick 3rd down. The Buckeyes on 3rd down, 43% this season, 61 conversions on 143 attempts. Howard back to throw on 3rd down, completing it, finding his freshman receiver, that's Jeremiah Smith. Jeremiah Smith makes his 58th catch of the year. This kid has been unbelievable, a future star in the making. Take a look, yeah, just to kind of a curl out of the slot, and that's what's going to beat a zone defense. When Tennessee's just kind of backing off, just find those soft spots in the zone, sit down, and call to your quarterback. That's what they did. Here's the handoff to Judkins, running to the right side, getting about 6 yards on that power run. Quinshon Judkins averaging 5.5 yards per carry. And so far, Ohio State hasn't been able to get the ground game going, but right there, bringing in some pulling blockers. Ohio State's line really strong up front with Donovan Jackson and Tegra Shabola, both playing very physical at guard, and that's how you're going to win this game with those guys pulling. Howard, a screen quickly on 2nd and 4. First down pickup there for G. Scott Jr. Nice play outside for the tight end. And that's another thing we're going to be looking at. See how Ohio State can, if they start getting stopped here early in the game, that's when you kind of switch it up. Call some different plays, see what you can do to move the ball and maybe get Tennessee out of their defensive game plan. Do I safeties for Tennessee, 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line. Just under 6 minutes to go. Tennessee has a 7-0 lead. Howard takes the snap out of the gun, looks to his left and fires there. Finding G. Scott with a lot of open field. He's tumbled over some defenders, and a nice big pickup getting Ohio State into Tennessee territory, brought down at the 29-yard line. These are great routes to run. You have a crossing route, and again, this is a cover 3 blitz. So what happens is, because they run that, Tennessee's got a lineman who's moving back into coverage. He's supposed to be covering the middle part of the field. That leaves G. Scott wide open for a big gain. Now 5 wide, 1st and 10 from the 29. Howard back to pass, looks to his left, completes that to the stick route, able to find Emeka Egbuka. And he is the leader in receptions on this team, not yards or touchdowns, but he's just one behind Jeremiah Smith. This Ohio State team is led by their receiving core and their running back tandem. A strong offense to watch out for. Now after that quick completion to Egbuka, it's 2nd and 3 from the 22. Out of the gun, Howard back to throw again. Fires right side, hitting the whip route, and there's Carnell Tate for a 1st down, bringing it ever closer inside the 15-yard line. Brutus loving the action so far. We hope you are too. I'm Evan Sharrard, and we are calling Ohio State and Tennessee, the last spot in the 2nd round of the college football playoffs. Still available. Who will face undefeated Oregon? Will be the 8th-seeded Ohio State or the 9th-seeded Tennessee. Smith comes in motion. Howard looks to throw. Inside the red zone, looking for Smith. He runs into some defenders, and he picks up about 4. Nice game there for Ohio State. 2nd and 6 now from the 10-yard line coming up. Almost done with the first quarter of play. It has flown by, this college football playoff, with Indiana winning, Penn State just earlier today, and Texas besting. Now we're looking for the winner of this game. Now in the single back set, Egbuka comes in motion. Handoff goes to Quinshon Judkins. He trucks a man and gets down to about a yard shy of the 1st down. Mark him down at the 5. Howard looking for the play call from Coach Ryan Day and Brian Hartline. And Brian Hartline, a former NFL wide receiver, playing for the Cleveland Browns and Miami Dolphins. Most recently for the Browns, hence why he's here in Columbus. He's done a great job all season. Howard going 5 wide on 3rd and 1. He'll look to throw, quickly gets it over the top, and it's brought down to the 1-yard line as Emeka Egbuka is able to get there. So that'll bring up 1st down and goal from the 1. And I imagine that this thing's going to go to Quinshon Judkins for a goal line carry. Between him and Travion Henderson, they've got 14 rushing touchdowns on the season. Will Howard brought in 7 himself. Out of the goal line package, they hand... Oh, it's a play fake, and Howard is met in the backfield for a sack. Big-time play there by Will Brooks, the defensive back coming in for the sack. And when you come out of the goal line package, you're going to have the defensive backs on the outside for speed and to cover up against those tight ends who might be running routes. Right there, they do go play fake. And what happened here for Ohio State is because you go play fake on 1st down, Tennessee was bailing out for the run game. And because they did that, they get a sack. That's play fake too slow to develop. Now 2nd and goal from the 8 out of the gun. Henderson the back, and he gets it. To the left side, Henderson brings it down for a gain of 2, and that'll bring up 3rd down and goal from the 6-yard line. Now early in the game, not probably thinking about going for this here, but a pass or a run, both in the cards with teams like this with such a strong ground attack. Henderson, the running back in the backfield, 1 high safety now. Looking at Smith, he's got to back off coverage. Howard steps up, rolling, sheds a tackle, and steps into the end zone for a touchdown. His 8th of the season rushing-wise, and he hits a little dance. Ohio State an extra point away from tying it up here late in the first quarter. Well, how about that? Talking about Quinshon Judkins and Travion Henderson getting the ball at the goal line a few plays before. Will Howard knows when to step up and score it. Doesn't have a lot of rushing yards on the season, just 130. But right there, that's his 8th rushing touchdown of the season. So he knows when to step up and go to the end zone himself. Right there, showing you exactly what the numbers show. His 8th touchdown of the year, and he's nearing that 30 mark. He's got 27 passing touchdowns now, 8 rushing. The extra point from Fielding is good, and we're all tied up. A long drive, 14 plays, 83 yards, over 5 minutes of possession time. Brutus and crew very happy here in Columbus, Ohio, as Fielding will boot this away, and Iamaleava, the freshman quarterback, and crew will get their look again. To be returned by Cameron Seldon. He's taking this out to about the 13-yard line, maybe the 18 rather. Missing my numbers here. Forgive me, please. Tight end lined up to the left. Sampson in the backfield. Out of the gun, Iamaleava hands it that way. Outside zone. Lots of pullers, but a great play and a loss of yardage here. Nice defensive route. Step up there to bring him down in the backfield. And right there, that's the leading tackler on this team. We see Cody Simon filling in. Cody Simon and Sonny Styles. They are the top tacklers. Quad set to the right now, 2nd and 11. Iamaleava looking to throw. Fires over the top, but that one missed his intended receiver. Iamaleava saying that's on him. 3rd down and 11 to go now. Building gets loud. 3rd down, late in the first quarter. An even game so far. Kitzelman, the tight end, lined up in the slot on the close side. Now back to pass on 3rd and 11. Iamaleava rolling out. Under pressure, down he goes at the 3. Bringing him down back at that 3-yard line. A huge play defensively, and there is JT Tuimaulau leading Ohio State. That's his 7th sack of the year. Get another look right here. He's able to get all the way in, bringing him right down at the 3-yard line, and Iamaleava's got to get rid of that ball there. This is putting Tennessee in a tough spot to punt the ball away now. Jackson Ross from his own end zone. Got to be weary of the block. Caleb Downs lined up on that outside. He gets through, but he couldn't get past the gunner. Now this boot is away. He returned at about the 50 and brought down at the 47. Nice return there. Here comes Ohio State. Ohio State scored a touchdown on the last drive by way of the legs of Will Howard. Now he'll flip it out right side. There's Smith. He's able to pick up the 1st down on the whip screen. Jeremiah Smith. Another 1st down for Ohio State. Another Brutus shot for you at home. In another replay here, Quinshon Judkins fakes the handoff, and he's got a lot of space there. That's great blocking. Really, to make those wide receiver bubble screens work, you need to have your receivers absolutely sell out for the block, and they did. Howard hands this off. Quinshon Judkins, right side, lots of space, inside the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. Well, that play right there was made by the offensive line. This game, all games are won in the trenches. And I want to highlight it right here because what happened up front is why this was wide open. Yes, Judkins is a great back, but look at this. All the space in that B gap between the right tackle and the right guard. Nobody there in white. Judkins makes the right read, makes the right cut, finds the hole, and he's got nothing but green grass ahead of him for an Ohio State touchdown. And that's why they lead this game now. Great run by Judkins. Even better blocking on that right side.
The kicker is on 40.
Well, between Tegra Shabola and Donovan Jackson, Josh Simmons and Fryer, they have been incredible on that line today. Showing you why Ohio State is in the lead as the extra point goes down. 14-7. 37 seconds left in the first quarter now. And Cameron Selton will return this. He's got a convoy to the left. He'll bring this out and be brought down at about the 14-yard line where Tennessee will set up. They go with this formation a lot on 1st down, first play of the drive. Kitzelman, the tight end, lined up in the backfield. They'll go handoff. Here's Dylan Sampson taking that forward for about 5 yards. Brought down there by Jack Sawyer. Haven't had to say his name a lot today yet, but Jack Sawyer, a player to watch out on for this defense. Ohio State, 4.5 sacks, an interception, 2 forced fumbles this year. This guy is a senior and a force off the edge. Great against the pass and the run. He hasn't led the team in sacks, but I'm looking out for him in this game. He's an impact player. 2nd and 5 out of the gun. They give it back to Sampson. He sheds a tackle from Tyleek Williams and brings it forward to the line of scrimmage, but he won't go much further than that. Picks up about 2, and then he's brought down by Jordan Hancock. We have reached the end of the first quarter. Ohio State leads this one 14-7 in the final battle of the first round of the college football playoffs. Well, to start the second quarter, it'll be 3rd down and 3. Tennessee flipping fields here now. Iamaleava will come out of the gun. Isolated to the right side is White. Iamaleava looks left and finds his receiver, completing it to Dante Thornton Jr., his first catch of the day. Thornton Jr., a deep threat during the regular season. 647 yards in just 25 receptions. His 26th catch there. Longest reception of the season, 86 yards. No stretching of the field yet for either side today. It's been very balanced, no turnovers, disciplined football. 1st and 10 after that conversion for Thornton. A handoff goes to the outside out of the gun. Here's Sampson trying to beat some edge defenders, and he can't. He's brought down after a gain of 3. Bringing him down with Sonny Styles out there. Styles always going back and forth with Cody Simon. Both these linebackers for Ohio State are so good at corralling, pursuing their offensive counterparts. Out of the gun, Thornton lined up in the backfield. Sampson, the running back, Thornton in motion. Ohio State shifts their defense. Now 3 receivers that way. They go screen. And now taking this out to the right side, bringing it up for a couple yards is Brew McCoy. And he brings some serious size, 6'3". Went to Mater Dei High School in Southern California from Rolling Hill Estates, California. This guy has played top-level football for a long time. Those who don't know, Mater Dei, a top high school sports school. 3rd down and 1 now for Tennessee trying to convert. Sampson, the running back in the backfield, under center. And calling a check at the line. Ohio State's got 4 up front, no high safeties. Man in motion is White. They go fake to him, give it to Sampson. Wide open hole, and he'll be brought down after a 1st down pickup. Good tackle there, and Cody Simon once again tying Sonny Styles at the top of the tackle leaderboard for Ohio State. Nice 1st down gain there. Ohio State being rushed to the line from Tennessee. They've gone hurry up all day. They get the play call. Iamaleava checks the sideline. Out of the gun, 1st and 10 from the 49, a handoff. Sampson running to his left side, picking up 8 or 9. He'll be brought down after a gain of, counted for 9. A nice tackle there by Ohio State's defense. Caden Curry making that play happen off the edge, and then making the tackle down in the secondary is Caleb Downs. And Caleb Downs, he's the guy that Tennessee wants to stay away from. A top defensive back, 4 pass deflections, only 1 interception because they don't cover ground over there. Most teams don't pass that way. Now on 2nd and 1, a handoff. Sampson picks up the 1st down, and he'll bring this down to about the 39. So lots of runs early for Tennessee, getting the ball to Dylan Sampson whenever they can. Get another look at this. Great blocking up front. A lot of that really happened in the center, and as Sampson's able to move horizontally to his left, he's able to avoid all of the scrimmage pressure. Now out of the gun, Iamaleava, 1st and 10. Goes fake, sends it over, finds his receiver Brazel. He'll pick up 4 on the flip screen. We saw that bubble screen earlier. Ohio State ran one of those. Tennessee just trying to move the ball left and right, go up and down, almost like a pitcher in baseball, where you're trying to change where the batter is going to be looking in the strike zone. You go east to west and then north to south, and you really fool a guy. That's exactly what Tennessee has been trying to do. Maybe they're trying to open up the north game. Hand off here to the spellback. That's Selden. Cameron Selden pick up about a yard. And so that'll bring up 3rd down and manageable now for Ohio State to stop. On 3rd down, their defense really strong. They haven't allowed a passing touchdown in 6 games. They've just allowed 5 passing touchdowns all season. 3rd down and 5. Inside Ohio State territory, Iamaleava out of the gun, takes the snap, looks to throw. Under some pressure here, he'll roll out left, and he'll be brought down hard. Another sack for JT Tuimaulau. His 2nd of the day, his 8th of the season, leading Ohio State. That senior edge rusher really knows how to get around. He can play inside, he can play outside, and JT Tuimaulau able to get right in to bring him down there. Not enough time for Iamaleava to find a receiver, but frankly, in that situation, you got 4 seconds. Most of those passes, you got to get those out quick. Tennessee going to punt now. 4th and 14. Jackson Ross gets this away. Boots it towards the left side, and it'll go out of bounds at about the 18-yard line. A strong kick. And now Will Howard and crew come back out there. Judkins the back in the backfield. 3 receivers to the left. Hand off. Howard gives it to Judkins. Up the middle. Lots of space. 1st down. And mark him down at about the 30. Nice carry there for Quinshawn Judkins. Ohio State's cheer team in this fully. Again, just stationary defensive linemen. That's the exact opposite of what you want to see as a defense. And as an offense, the line has been dominating possession for Ohio State. A handoff, and now Howard will keep it. but he'll be brought down right at the line by Andre Turrentine. Nice safety addition here, transfer who's got plenty of experience. He's from Nashville, Tennessee, decided to come over from Ohio State, so playing against his former team here, he knows Will Howard very well. Able to read that option. And you always wonder when a player comes over from the team you're playing, do they know any tells? And he might have seen one there. Howard back to pass, rolls into pressure. He's going to throw this one away. That'll bring up 3rd down and 10, but right in the area was Dominic Bailey looking for his first sack of the day. And Will Howard usually good at understanding the pocket there, but he bailed to the right side way too quickly and worked his way into a lot of traffic, so lucky for him that it wasn't taken away. Now Travion Henderson, the back in the backfield on 3rd and 10 out of the pistol. Drop back pass. Howard takes off. Howard is going to get the first down. As he scrambles forward to the 42-yard line, Will Howard able to scamper his way to a key first down on 3rd down. Look here. He reads the pressure here. Just the opposite of the last play. James Pierce Jr. gets around the edge really quickly. He's the guy you got to look out for. Howard knows it, and he's able to scamper for the first down. Now 1st and 10 from the 42. Here's the handoff to Henderson. Right side, and he will be brought down for a loss of 1. Nice tackle on the play by Jeremiah Talander. Jeremiah Talander does a great job of reading this here. Coming in on rotation as a linebacker, able to fill in that gap perfectly. He's able to keep his footwork strong. Nice play. Now they're going to go 5 wide on 2nd down and 11. From the 42-yard line, nearing midfield, Howard. Back to pass, good protection. Over the top, complete to Ibuka. First down on the curl route. And at the 46-yard line is where they'll mark him. Well, the difference between Ohio State and Tennessee in this first half, and why Ohio State is leading so far, are the conversions on 3rd down. Ohio State offensively, 43% on 3rd down, compared to Tennessee's offensive 3rd down percentage being up at 48. So Ohio State usually not as good as Tennessee is, but again, Ohio State's got the best defense. Fires to the left side. Howard completes it to his man. He finds Carnell Tate. Bringing it in for his 43rd catch of the season, and let's set it up as 2nd and manageable from the 41-yard line. About midway through the 2nd quarter here, the Buckeyes with the ball. They're just joining us here. The Buckeyes scored a touchdown on their last drive. Tennessee stymied, and now they've got it around midfield. A screen pass to Carnell Tate. Brings this to the right side. He's got some space. He's able to scamper past a couple defenders and bring up the first down. Mark him down at the 36-yard line. Another nice play call for Ohio State. We talked about moving the ball horizontally. That's what they do again there. Right when they start running the ball straight at you, going north and south, they bring it back to the horizontal game. Good way to switch up a defense. Howard hands this off to Travion Henderson. Our run goes for no gain. Nice stop there on that play. Andre Stewart there to help out in the secondary for Tennessee. Great tackling. Game been winning in the trenches. Ohio State's been winning on this drive, but Tennessee trying for some pushback here. Maybe push him out of field goal range. Howard going 5 wide. Tight end lined up in the slot on the left. Ibuka on the right. Howard back to throw. Fires to his right side, and that is going to be hauled in by Emeka Ibuka, his 5th catch of the day. Averaging 10 per reception. That's 50 yards. And a nice pickup there to bring up 3rd down and manageable. That was a late throw there, but just the kind of play that you need. Pick up any yards you can get to get closer to that first down marker. 3rd down and 6 from the 32. Howard out of the gun. Henderson, the running back in the backfield. Scott isolated to the right. Back to throw, Howard. Fires to the left side. It's hauled in by Ibuka. He's got it up the sideline. That's a completion and a first down. Nice play on the crossing route, finding Ibuka just behind some zones. And again, I really like dynamic routes that are always moving. The stopping routes need to be perfect for timing, but right there, great throw by Howard. Ibuka gets right by the flat. Wide open first down and inside the red zone. Out of the gun, they hurry up to the line. Carnell Tate lined up in the slot. Smith isolated to the left and Ibuka on the right. They go play fake. No, it's a read option. And Howard will pick this up for about a yard. Jermod McCoy down on the field after that play. Made the tackle there on Will Howard. Might have gotten something. We'll go to a brief time, and now coming right back for 2nd and 10. Smith to the left, Ibuka to the right of him. Ibuka in the slot that side. Hand off to Judkins. Back in the game, running forward, gets the first down, trucks him in, and gets to the 4. First down and goal coming up, and Quinshon Judkins showing you why he is such a great back. Not only can he take a ton of carries in a season with over 140, but he's got great vision, and this guy's strong. He is the power to Travion Henderson's speed, and now that speed is back in the game. Two high safeties here. Interesting set from the 4. Howard will take it on the read option. The keeper takes him for about maybe a gain of 1. Call it second and goal from the 4. They've been able to fool me up here with what they've been doing offensively. Going with those read options, thinking it's a play fake, thinking it's a handoff. You've got such great backs. But don't forget, Will Howard rushed for a touchdown in this game. His 8th of the season. Maybe he's got 9 in them. Smith isolated to the left. Watch him. He's in motion. Howard hands this off. Henderson, power run. Great blocking up front, and he's brought down to the 1 after Tegra Chabola made a great play in motion, pulling over from his right guard spot. It's been one of the reasons why this Ohio State team has been able to rush for over 170 yards every game. A massive puller. Third down and goal from the 1. 3 receivers set out of the gun. Howard. Henderson the back in the backfield. Man in motion is Ibuka. Comes across the set. Handoff. Henderson walks in for 6. Ohio State extends their lead to 2 scores. Travion Henderson, he's been here before. Well, Henderson's 7th touchdown of the season brings Ohio State up to a 13-point lead. And now we'll get another look at this. This is just great blocking again. And who is it that's walking as a convoy wide open into the end zone? Tegra Chabola. He had nobody to block. Not a great play call by Tennessee, especially when you know from the 1-yard line you've got to sell out against the run. They didn't. Ohio State walks in. Now the extra point on the way here from Jaden Fielding. And that kick is good. Fielding still yet to miss an extra point this year. Same with Tennessee. Obviously, the pro distance is a little further, but impressive kickers on both sides. Now Fielding will boot it away to Tennessee's offense. We'll see if Tennessee decides to go with a few more passes downfield. This team averages 230 yards through the air and on the ground, and right now they haven't had a lot through the air. 3 receivers set to the right side. Running back is Samson. Iamaleva quickly throws it to his tight end. That's Kisselman. Picks up 6 after the hitch route. It's a good start to the drive. If you want to open up the deep passing game, you've got to look short first. Make them cover the short stuff, then go down the field. Right there, they backed off downfield. Nobody there. Iamaleva makes the quick read, and it'll start getting some momentum for your offense. Tennessee, at the very least, needs to pick up some first downs. 2nd and 4. Iamaleva, play fake. Looking over the top, that is incomplete. Intended that time for his receiver, Squirrel White. Unable to bring that down into traffic. That's a tough spot. Quarterbacks trying to throw into the middle of the field about that 15 to 20 yard range. That's really tough, especially when you've got 2 of the best defenders on the Ohio State team there. Caleb Downs for the pass breakup. Jordan Hancock right there with him. Iamaleva on 3rd and 4. We'll hand this off to Sampson, and a great play to blow it all up. Tyleik Williams will end this drive. That is a key play for Ohio State. Being able to get through the line right there. I mean, he is reverse pancaking, pushing down Javontes Spraggins. He stood no chance there. A huge play for Tyleik Williams, and that is his 10th solo tackle of the season. He's a strong player up front. That senior can really get it done on the line. Now to be returned for Ohio State, brought down to about the 40-yard line. Nice return that time for Ohio State as Brandon Innes brings it up through the 41. Howard will go play fake and look to his left. Firing, and that is a tough catch for Jeremiah Smith. The freshman comes down with it in opposing territory. Mark him down at the 35. Another difference in this game in the first half, the tough catches. Jeremiah Smith got a lot of space. Adapting to that play was Ricky Gibson, but Jeremiah Smith able to bring that into his body and haul it in. He's a great star receiver, and he's got 3 more years of eligibility. Now on first down, the option. This time, Tennessee was ready for it. Will Howard meet Jeremiah Talander in the backfield. That's his 2nd great play defensively, able to make that tackle for a loss. Yeah, he was not fooled for a second. Able to get right around the edge. He saw Will Howard with the ball. He tucked it, and he brought him right to the ground. Second down and 14 from the 39-yard line. Howard out of the gun, 3 receivers to his left. He decides to go option again, and again it won't work, as he'll be stuffed for yet another loss. And that time, bringing him down was Dominic Bailey. For his 27th tackle of the season, Dominic Bailey, a redshirt senior from Maryland. Great against the pass and the run. These front sevens have been dictating the pace of play in this game. Tennessee needs a stop. Late in the first half, Howard to throw. Lots of time, steps up, he'll run with it. This is where he's killed Tennessee. This time he'll slide as he was pressured by Christian Harrison. And now that'll bring up 4th down and 12. And an interesting situation to kick this. Career long for Jaden Fielding is 46 yards. He's just attempted 12 field goals this season, making 9 of them. He will attempt this one. From about 49 for a career long. It is good! Well, chalk up a new career long for Jaden Fielding as he boots that one through from 49 yards out. And now the kid who's got to be riding high boots it away just moments later. Ohio State's lead up to 17. Selden returns this out to the 21-yard line, and that is where Iamaleava and crew will start with their wide bunch sets. The stack set on the sidelines. Iamaleava looks to throw. Under pressure, gets it off to his running back as he finds the safety valve. Sampson picks up for his first catch of the day. See where Tennessee decides to go late in the half. I'm looking for deep threats on both sides here of the ball, or rather the sidelines. I'm looking for Squirrel White and Brew McCoy. And if you want a jump ball, go to Chris Brazel. He's 6'5" out there. Dante Thornton is as well. They go with the quad set to the right side. Sampson lined up for a screen pass. Instead, Iamaleava will look over the top, and there's a drop right there for Chris Brazel. 3rd down and 6. Tennessee has struggled to open the gate here with catching passes in traffic. Ohio State has been nearly perfect. Ohio State known for their balance offensively. Tennessee is as well, but the stars on this team are really the quarterback and the running back. Iamaleava, one of those stars, steps up. He'll scramble for this first down, but there's a flag on the field. Picks up the first down. Let's see if this is going to be coming back, and I think it is. And John Campbell Jr. is going to get called for the hold. And he is, and that means it's going to be 3rd down and a mile. 3rd and 16. Corners backed off. Looks like it could be a cover 6. Quarters look. They'll hand it off. Play it safe with Sampson, who scampers for 6. And Ohio State will call a timeout. Late in the first half, Ohio State leading this one comfortably by 17. Their defense has looked like the #1 defense in the country. Tennessee has been given fits, especially on 3rd down. No conversions. The punt is away from Ross. Now to be returned. Innis breaks a tackle, and then he's sat down to the ground by Hunter Barnes. Ohio State bringing it back out there. 5 wide set for Will Howard, trying to get some points before half, nearing midfield. Howard back to throw on 1st down. Over the top, wide open, Ibuka running free inside the 5. Touchdown, Ohio State Buckeyes. It's Emeka Ibuka. His 10th touchdown of the season. All it took was one play. He was wide open in the middle of the field. Brutus loves it. The fireworks going off here in Columbus. And Ohio State running away with it in the first half. Right here, quick read, nobody there, burning his defender, and no chance to make that play defensively. Carter could only run after him, and he never was going to catch up. Arian Carter playing linebacker, a bad matchup there for Tennessee, and defensive coordinator Tim Banks has got to be furious that he let that thing happen right there. You got to call a timeout in that spot, noting that this is not only a 5-wide set, but you have their best receiver lined up with your linebacker. That's a matchup that any quarterback's going to take advantage of. Ohio State, one play, 64 yards and a touchdown. Emeka Ibuka with his 186th reception. Good enough for 3rd all-time in Ohio State history. The graduate student gets into the end zone and extends Ohio State's lead to 24. Cameron Selden to return. Tennessee trying to get into the end zone. Now it's even more crucial that they do so. Stack set again. Iamaleava and crew have not made a mistake just been the flags and not getting first downs on third down. Conversions have been huge, and there's another sack, the third sack of the game. A huge play for JT Tuimaulau, who has been so good all season long. He came into this game with 6 sacks. He's already got 9, and it's the first half. Iamaleva looking to throw under pressure. Tough catch by Sampson, shakes off a defender, and is brought down there by Jordan Hancock after a nice gain of about 7 or 8. Dylan Sampson, I want to see Tennessee in the second half get him the ball out of the backfield as a receiver, because he's been wide open a lot, just like now Squirrel White is, streaking down the sideline and going all the way. Nobody will catch him. 6 in the books for the Tennessee Volunteers. That's Squirrel White's 3rd touchdown of the season, his first catch of the day, and Tennessee needs more of that. Quick strike ability. That was beautiful. And to see Tennessee shocking Ohio State Buckeye fans, this is what made it happen. Squirrel White able to run right by. This is quarters coverage, and right there blowing it on that right side. Denzel Burke couldn't keep up with him, and the safety up deep, Lathan Ransom, had no chance. He wasn't even looking that way. And that is all up to your corner. It's a one-on-one matchup until you get downfield, and unfortunately for the Buckeyes, Lathan Ransom was not on the same page as Denzel Burke there, and Squirrel White was just going to use his speed to score anyway. Max Gilbert gets his first extra point attempt of the quarter, and that one is up and good. So Tennessee able to cut this lead back down into a few other points. It's a 17-point game now. Volunteers still trail by plenty, but a score that they much needed. That's booted away, and a touchback taken now by Jaden Ballard, and a 5-wide set. Ohio State getting another chance in the final minute of the game, or the half rather. Howard back to pass. Looks over the top, complete to Ibuka. And there's going to be a timeout called by Ohio State. 31-14 in the first half. Ohio State leading it. Trying to slot their name in for the final spot in the college football playoff second round. 2nd down and 1. Ohio State has 1 timeout left. Tennessee as well. Back to pass. Howard looks to his left, find Henderson. It's going to be brought down at about the 39-yard line. Travion Henderson has been used as a spell in this game. It's always interesting to see who Ohio State will go to for the majority of the game as Ohio State uses their final timeout. But as I was saying, Henderson and Judkins spell each other all the time, and throughout the season, both of them carried the ball over 100 times and both over 700 yards. Henderson averages 7 yards per carry, however. Judkins back in the game as Howard looks to throw. He's got all day back there. He hasn't even taken a step. This is like 5 seconds. Looking down the field, and he's going to find his wide-open man, Judkins, inside the 15, and he's brought down right there. Ohio State's got to go hurry up, though, because this clock's going to start rolling as soon as they get to the line of scrimmage. But that is a huge mistake by Tennessee. You only rush 3 guys. There's 15 seconds on the clock. And Quinshawn Judkins gets it all the way down to the 12. We'll see if they can get the snap off. And it looks like Tennessee's going to get away with it. They do. A huge mishap, but we go to halftime. Ohio State leads Tennessee 31-14 with the final berth in the second round of the college football playoffs available. We'll be right back after this brief halftime. Well, it's time for the second half. A battle between 2 top 10 teams, all-time in wins. Ohio State trying to move out to second all-time, standing alone. Currently tied with Alabama with 974. They're in good position right now as this is returned by Jaden Ballard to the 17. That's where Will Howard and crew will set up. In the first half, this offense was humming. No turnovers and all points scored. No punts. As this handoff for Henderson goes for no gain. As Will Howard and crew have been dominant. They've been coming down with the contested catches. Their line has dictated the pace of play offensively. And all they've got to do is really play more the same way. But for Tennessee, they need to stop the run, and they need to get stops on third down. Contain Will Howard. He scrambled for a couple. They'll play fake. Howard looks to throw over the top, finding his man. That's Jeremiah Smith. Nice crossing route as he's met quickly by the safety to bring him down. Ricky Gibson with the tackle there, but Jeremiah Smith, he's been old reliable, except he's not old. He's a freshman. This kid's just 19 years old, and he has had an all-time season, breaking Chris Carter's freshman Ohio State records that stood for over 40 years. On the 41, a handoff. Travion Henderson goes forward for about 4. And Will Howard and crew still moving the ball like they were in that first half. After a stymie at the line, they pick up 4. Second down and 6 coming up from the 45. Howard out of the gun. Jeremiah Smith, the receiver, lined up, isolated to the left. Henderson the back. Henderson gets it. Brings it to the left. This time a great play by the edge. Nice tackle by Ricky Gibson. The safety coming in to help. Third down and 5 from the 45. And just like we mentioned a moment ago, this is going to be where Tennessee needs to radically adapt their game plan, running some back-off coverage with 2 high safeties. Judkins motions out to the right, might be a flat for him. They look over the top. That's incomplete, intended for G. Scott Jr. And so Tennessee will force their first punt of the game. And that is a big-time play for Tennessee, something that Coach Josh Heupel wants to see a lot more of in the second half. Tim Banks calling up a great coverage scheme there. And Brian Hartline and crew will have to go back to the drawing board as this boot is away. The first time that Joe McGuire's had to punt in quite some time. And now back out to lead the team, Nico Iamaleava. And is going to throw this to the right side, beating his defender. Denzel was all over that, but so was Brew McCoy, and he had the ball in his hands and picked up a first down. Right there, Denzel Burke was fooled by that fake. A really good job by Iamaleava. Rips it over to the right side and showing you why he's such a promising young quarterback. First and 10 from the 48. Motioning out to the left side and getting the... Nope, it's going to be a read option. Iamaleava keeps it and brings it up for 6. Dylan Sampson has been so dominant all season, winning SEC Player of the Year offensively, that he's been able to fool us pretty much every time Iamaleava's taken this himself. That's the first time in the second half. Tennessee needs to continue this drive as they're about midfield. Brew McCoy isolated all the way to the right. The back is Sampson. Iamaleava out of the gun. Will keep it himself again. This time he'll be brought down by Tui Maulauau, but not after he picks up, not before picking up 4 yards. Really third down and 1. Just under 12 minutes to play in the third quarter. Ohio State punted their first drive. Tennessee trying to work their first scoring drive of the second half in just their first possession. Iamaleava out of the gun. Here's the handoff. Dylan Sampson runs forward, and he's brought down there by Caden McDonald. A big nose tackle who's always going to showcase that strength and size, makes those key stops in these short yardage situations. That time, Sampson just too quick upfield. Now, Ohio State really hasn't played a runner that's been as good as Dylan Sampson all season. I thought they've handled him pretty well. A lot of that all depends on your line play, and then you need your second level to just be great tackling. But that first line of defense has been great. Iamaleava looks left, finding his man, Squirrel White, for the touchdown. There's Squirrel White's second touchdown of the game, doubling his season total from before the game. He's got 4 now. A deep threat. Had a 45-yard touchdown reception against Kentucky. And they won that game 28-18. Now he's got 2 in this game, trying to work Tennessee back into contention for that second round spot. Tennessee not going away. They score 2 straight touchdowns to end the second quarter and to start the third. And with this extra point by Max Gilbert, a chance to make it a 10-point game. Gilbert's extra point is up and good. That scoring drive just took 2 minutes. And not many more than 5 plays. Took 6 plays to get down there, and Squirrel White and Nico Iamaleva have started to get their connection brewing. As this boot is away, Ohio State to return. Jaden Ballard in the end zone, brought down at about the 13-yard line. And so now as teams switch sides, Ohio State within their own 15. This is an important drive. There's the handoff. Henderson stopped right there. Great play by Omari Thomas to break through the line and bring him down in the backfield, and Henderson slow to get up. Get another look at this. This time, Omari Thomas reads this play beautifully. As the offensive line's pulling across the field to make that power run work, Thomas just fills right where the center would be regularly and makes an easy stop. Great tackle, too. Judkins motions out to the left. Howard looks to throw. Deep pass, lob down the field, left side, up in the air, and batted away. Nice defensive play by Ricky Gibson out there, able to cover up the receiver Jeremiah Smith, the intended target. And now it'll be 3rd down and 13. Ohio State on 3rd down, 43%. This one a little bit more difficult. Back to pass. Howard over the top, hauling it in, wide open, G. Scott Jr. out to the 42-yard line. Howard up to 350 passing yards. The first time they're able to find Scott downfield, he is wide open, and on 3rd and long, that is the opposite of what you want to allow happen. But right there, they call a quarters play, and nobody carried him over the middle of the field. Poor communication on 3rd down, and defensive coordinator Tim Banks has got to be furious about that. Now, G. Scott lined up as the running back in the backfield here. They're going to hand it to him. Scott gets the ball. A bizarre play. Rare that you're going to see a tight end line up right there as the halfback. But he gets it and runs for 3. Nice tackle there by Tennessee. I don't know if they were just trying to catch him off guard on that play or what, but they ran that play. I guess it worked. 2nd and 7 from Ohio State's 45. Henderson the back in the backfield. He'll get the handoff out of the pistol, take it forward, shedding a couple tacklers, moving his way through, and gets up to the 49. The 3rd down and 3 now. Well, 9 minutes, just over 9 minutes rather, to go in the 3rd quarter. Ohio State has given up 2 touchdowns in a row, but it hasn't seemed to matter so far. If they get stopped here, it'll be big. 3rd and 3, empty set. Ohio State looking to convert at midfield. Howard takes the quarterback draw, picks up the first down, trucks a man, and is brought down at the 43. Nice play by Will Howard. Brian Hartline has known what to call up offensively all day long. Ohio State gets stopped on the last drive. He goes, okay, you know what's been working today? Our quarterback running it. So they give it to Will Howard on a designed quarterback run. 5 receivers set. Tennessee's been giving up chunk plays downfield. Easy pickup. Judkins to motion to the right. Howard to throw down the field. It's caught by Jeremiah Smith. Touchdown, Buckeyes. A 9 route works for a touchdown. Whether you want to call it a 9, a go, a fade, an easy touchdown for Jeremiah Smith. He's cooking out there. I mean, this kid's fast. He's tall. He's great. Wide open. He beats Ricky Gibson, especially after he wasn't able to get that pass completion earlier in the game. He makes up for it with his quarterback. Beautiful throw, beating the press coverage. Ohio State back up by 16. And Jeremiah Smith extends his touchdown lead in the Big Ten. He now has 12 receiving touchdowns. An incredible season for him. The extra point is good. Your obligatory Brutus shot. And now Tennessee will get the possession back. See what they can do. Tennessee averages 37 points per game. That's the 8th best in the nation. But in games where they have to work from behind with a team that runs the ball so well, their strengths are not really being played to in this game. But Squirrel White has had a great game so far, so I want to see if they go to him, maybe look for a downfield shot, because he's beaten the corners of Ohio State. They go handoff instead. First down, breaking one tackle and brought down after another is Dylan Sampson. He picks up 4. Nice run there for Tennessee. Well, it's 38-21. About midway here in the 3rd quarter, Ohio State has capitalized on Jeremiah Smith's greatness downfield. And what does Tennessee have to do here? We're going to find out if they can get back into the game. Ayamaleva will go back to Sampson as he'll be met by Tyleek Williams and a few other tacklers in red, as that ocean on that right side of red is able to bring him down. Just a pickup of a couple. Third down and manageable. And in this situation, if you're Tennessee, you might start thinking about going for it with an offense that's been so high-powered on the other end. Two high safeties look over the middle. Play fake. They're going to go to the right side, and able to haul it in through contact is Brew McCoy. Brew McCoy has not been targeted much today. Ayamaleva needed one of those plays to go his way. A timing route on the outside, finding a curl right there. Denzel Burke had to come back to the ball, and any corner is going to struggle to make that play. First and 10 now from the 41. Ayamaleva, after the completion, hands this off, and now goes Dylan Sampson. 5 yards gained. He's got 83 yards. 18 carries already for him. He's a workhorse back. He's carried the ball over 260 times this season. Well, that's what you expect for a record breaker, setting the Tennessee school record for touchdowns in a season. He has been tough to stop for every team. Coming in off of a win against Vanderbilt, he was incredible. Now looking over the top, that's complete. Brew McCoy again, and a first down. Tennessee starting to get that short passing game going like they had a little bit in the first half. Especially after you go deep a few times, they're going to back off a little more. Ayamaleva needs to take what Ohio State is going to give him, especially when you're talking about the best defense in the country. Ayamaleva hands this off to Sampson. But right there from the opposite side was Jack Sawyer. What a play he made there to pursue around the edge. Right there, he's lined up as a 9 technique off the edge. Nobody blocking him, especially since the play's going away from him. And Sawyer just so fast that he was able to catch up and make that stop. Second down and 11 from the 48. Ayamaleva play fake. Got an open man downfield if he wants him. That's where he'll go. He's going to complete it there. Nice catch by Brew McCoy. It's been his drive. 3 receptions on this one. And another third down conversion.
And first down for the offense.
Ohio State leading by 17. Hurrying to the line, Ayamaleva and crew. Out of the gun, stack set. They go RPO, sending it right side and running into a defender. Jack Sawyer, who else there to make the stop? He's been all over the place. That's his 22nd solo tackle of the season. He has been exceptional. He can really do it all there for Ohio State. He's been disrupting on this drive. Loss of 2 there. Tough break there for Chris Brazzell. Second and 12 for Tennessee. 3 receivers to the right. Brazzell lined up in the slot. Ayamaleva looks to the left. Complete that to Squirrel White. And a nice tackle there by Davison Igbonison. The third down and 6. Nice pickup there. Ohio State looking for a key stop. Tennessee looking for a key score. They currently trail by 17. Ayamaleva, third down and 6. They've converted on third down plenty on this drive. They need another one. Ayamaleva looks left towards the corner in the end zone. Oh, it was tipped in the air. It was tipped in the air for a moment, and it couldn't come down in either of the team's hands as it falls innocently to the ground. An incomplete pass. Fourth down and 6. A key decision, they'll go to the field goal. Career long of 52 yards. This well within Max Gilbert's range. It's up, and it's good. And so the lead for Ohio State cut down to 14. As Max Gilbert, great hold, great kick, great blocking. Ohio State not really playing for the block there. And that is a key score for Tennessee to stay in the game. Well, as we get set for kickoff now, in these fourth quarters, that are about to loom. Ohio State has lost only one game all season when they lead entering the fourth quarter. Now it'll be returned and brought down to about the 16-yard line. Will Howard out of the gun. After the Tennessee field goal, hands it to Henderson. Breaks a tackle, shrugs another man off, and is brought down after a gain of 4 on that inside zone run. Ohio State has been great offensively, just 2 punts today. They have only played Tennessee once before. These are 2 teams that are not very familiar with each other, because that game was way back in 1995 when Tennessee upset Ohio State in the Citrus Bowl, 20-14. Judkins takes the carry and brings it up for 4. The 3rd down and 2 from the 24-yard line. 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the third quarter. Ohio State leads it 38-24. It's been a great day for the offensive line. Will Howard has been pretty much perfect. Jeremiah Smith has shown you why he is one of the most electrifying players in the country. As Howard will go with the keeper, and he'll power his way forward for a first down as 3 Tennessee Volunteers were bringing him down. But Howard, he's been great in these short distance 3rd down situations. He's run for 3 first downs today on 3rd down. It's been a major backbreaker, and for any defensive coordinator it would be. Tim Banks has had to deal with a lot today. Out of the gun, back is Judkins. Howard gives it to him. This time, Tim Banks can shake his fist in the air with glee as teaming up on that play, a nice play by Thomas and Pierce Jr. Able to get into the backfield and make a stop. You need all hands on deck now. 38-24, Will Howard out of the gun. Henderson now in the backfield. Fires quickly, finding his man Ibuka. 408 passing yards for Will Howard. An incredible game for him. Over 3,200 yards on the season now. In the lead now in the Big Ten for passing touchdowns after he passed Curtis Rourke today. See how he continues the day. 3rd and 7. What will they do? They go to the pass. Over the top. Complete. Finding Carnell Tate down at about the 47-yard line. Well, Will Howard is having the best game of his season right now. He is over 400 yards, 1 high safety, finding the dig route right in the middle of the field. He's looked calm, cool, and collected, and his accuracy's been on point. His decision-making's been exceptional. Tate in motion, Judkins the back, Howard to throw again. Over the top, another completion to Carnell Tate. That's Jalen Smith's 8th tackle of the day. And that's the kind of thing that you really don't want to see one player on your team, unless they're a defensive lineman, rack up about 8 tackles. Unless they're a linebacker filling gaps. But right there, another key stat that might not tell the full story. Under center, in motion, and taking the handoff is Ibuka. He's got space. He's got speed. He jukes a man inside the 15, down to the 12-yard line. Well, there's a tendency breaker. You hand it off under center. Ohio State's run a lot of gun sets. They've run a lot of 5 wide sets. This time they give it to their playmaker, Ibuka, and the graduate takes it all the way down to the 12-yard line on a nice little end-around jet sweep action. Great play for Ohio State. And really, right now, Brian Hartline's in his offensive bag. Ohio State can do anything here. 1st and 10 from the 12. They'll give it to Judkins. And trying to bring him down on the play is Omari Thomas, and he's successful. 1-yard loss. This run game for Judkins and Henderson has not been as effective as Ohio State would like it in a winning effort, but Will Howard has been so good through the air and on the ground himself that they haven't needed that usual production that they'll get. And now they'll go to Henderson right side, see if they can get some here. Bringing it down to the 10, a gain of about 2. As we mentioned earlier in the game, Ohio State's offense averages 170 yards on the ground. They're not close to that right now. But they're winning by 14 with a chance in the fourth quarter to extend their lead and head to play Oregon in the second round of the college football playoffs. Ohio leads this one 38-24. We take a look at the targets right now. Look at all of the difference here. Almost 10 for 4 different players. Will Howard has been next to perfect. As we switch fields and start the fourth quarter, it's do or die time for both these teams. Tennessee needs to stop Ohio State. A score. This is what we call a put-away drive. Howard back to pass. Rolls to his left, fires that way, and a dropped pass by Carnell Tate, and that could be key. Will Howard can't believe it, nor can Carnell Tate. It was a long developing play. Usually you're not going to throw that ball that wide on a drag route. It's sort of a dangerous throw. Fortunately for Ohio State, Ricky Gibson was so far off coverage. But now it's up to Jaden Fielding to extend this lead back to 17. And he does. 41-24 now. Jaden Fielding remains perfect on the day. When it comes to red zone offense, Ohio State has been exceptional. They score 88% of the time. 43 trips have ended up in scores. They've only had 49 before this game. And the boot is away. Selden to return. From his own territory, brings it out to the 16 before being brought down. Iamaleva now. You can see the urgency on the Tennessee sideline. They go 5 wide, 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Iamaleva back to pass. Fires it over the top. It's picked off. Intercepted this time by Sonny Styles. He brings it up to the 12. Ohio State with the biggest play of the day. The first turnover. Sonny Styles with his first interception of the season. The leading tackler for Ohio State steps up in a big spot, and nothing bigger for the junior right there. The biggest play of the season for Ohio State so far. That might just do it. Sonny Styles steps right in front of the throw, a confident throw by Iamaleva, and the redshirt freshman runs into his first mistake in a game where he pretty much had to play perfect. Howard with a gift. Takes the read option and runs right into a defender. There is Thomas again for another tackle. Omari Thomas has been a bright spot for this defense. And he actually did get fooled. You see, he turned his head late. He saw the football's not there. All right, this guy who I'm right next to must have it. And he brought him right down. Will Howard out of the empty. After that loss, 2nd and 14, Howard looks to throw. Quick pressure and an incomplete pass. Intended for Jeremiah Smith. Well defended there by Will Brooks, who just jumped in the air, trying everything he can, and he came up with the jaw route pass deflection. They're down in 14. Tennessee would be very lucky to get away with a stop here. One high safety for him, press coverage. That's dangerous. I'm looking right side. Howard is under pressure, and down he goes. 3rd sack of the day for Tennessee, and James Pierce Jr., the game wrecker, in there to end this drive. That's a big play for Tennessee. Get a look at James Pierce Jr. off the edge here. See how he wins. Yeah, just a quick speed rush, shoving a man to the ground. No chance. No chance at all. Great play. Wow.
Number 38 on the field.
Well, Jaden Fielding's been perfect. He's on for a 30-plus yard kick. This one's up. And there was never any doubt about it. Ohio State extends their lead in this game. They now lead by 20. It's 44-24. Tennessee needs points, and they need them fast. And in this spot, this is where I'm going to go pretty much all-out pass. The only way I run it is if I love the look. Cameron Selden brings this up to the 19. Right now, I'm looking vertical routes. I always want my check down. Right here, I want 4 routes vertical. I want my running back running a check down to make sure I have a safety valve in case nothing's open. But something is open. It's Brazel over the middle of the field to the 39-yard line on that crosser. Now, Tennessee's been going quick all game. They've got to go even quicker, and they've got to keep looking for this exact same kind of play. What I would do as the offensive coordinator, if I'm Joey Hasley, I am telling Nico Iamaleva, go hurry up every play. Don't even call 4 plays in the huddle and then just go between those 4 plays. Don't give Ohio State a chance to switch up their defense. Keep them on their heels. You've got to go fast. Iamaleva going fast. He goes play fake, looking down the field, fires over the middle. That's hauled in. Jukes a man, farting inside the 15.
The first down pass complete to the wideout. Tackle
Dante Thornton Jr. making a big play, and Tennessee's got to score in a few plays here because you got a lot of time on the clock still. If you can score in about 4 plays here, that is ideal. This game has been high scoring, high octane, and you're playing the top defense in the country in Ohio State. This is a big time spot. Ohio State, 55% red zone defense in terms of scores. Only 16 attempts have scored out of 29. Now a read option, Iamaleava brings this to his left. He's brought down for no gain. Now, Tennessee, on the other hand, they are an 81.7% conversion rate in red zone points. 49 trips of 60 attempts have scored. So they're going, it's a pretty much an unstoppable force against an immovable object. We'll see which one comes up trumps here. 2nd and 10. They will go handoff, and I think that's got to be an ill-advised play. Dylan Sampson's going to lose a few yards there. You are playing with down and distance here, 3rd and 13. I know a field goal makes it a 17-point game, but you're really looking for touchdowns here. With the clock working against you, Ohio State's execution's been perfect offensively. You need points and you need touchdowns primarily. Iamaleava near the Safe Light Field logo. Takes the snap. Looks to over the middle, finding his man, Brew McCoy, converting on 1st down and getting all the way up to the 3-yard line where he'll be brought down. Nice play by Brew McCoy. The redshirt senior in playing what could be his last game. He wants all of his career to be remembered here for Tennessee, all because of how hard he plays, and right there showing up in a big spot. Now a tight end lined up in a fullback spot. Out of the gun, Sampson in the back looks tired. In motion is Ethan Davis. They hand off, and into the end zone, no! About a yard shy. Looked like he might have crossed the plane, fooled me. Dylan Sampson gets all the way up to the 1-yard line. 11 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Tennessee trails by 20. They need this touchdown. Big conversion by Brew McCoy just moments ago. Tennessee trying to answer for Will Howard's excellence. Another handoff, this time to Cameron Seldon. He spells and loses a yard. Great play on the interior there by Ty Hamilton. Haven't said his name a lot, but the Pinkerton, Ohio kids on this team have been so good today. Whether it's Sonny Styles with that game-breaking interception or Ty Hamilton with that big-time goal line stop. 3rd and goal. Handoff and another loss. This time it's Tyleek Williams. And he is so hard to get by. 3 straight losses, and now it's 4th and goal. Do you kick the field goal here? You're going for the touchdown. You're down by 20. It's a 3-score game either way. They'll go. 5 wide. Big moment. Iamaleava. End zone. Nearly picked off. That would have been a pick 6 if Igbinison could have gotten that one. Now, Ohio State set up in a tough spot offensively, but Tennessee really needed a score there as Judkins is stopped in the backfield off of the handoff. Nice play there. Another great play by Omari Thomas. He has been a bright spot defensively. Excuse me. That was Jacoby Thomas, his first tackle of the day, coming in as that redshirt junior. He's got an interception on the year. A strong tackler at his defensive back spot. Under center, Howard. Running back is Judkins. They give it to him. Picking up a 1st down. He's got a lot of room. He breaks a tackle. Spins by a man, and he's brought down there by Jacoby Thomas again. Well, that's a big play because Tennessee defensively, you've got them right where you want them, but then you give the ball to arguably the best running back in the country outside of Ashton Jeanty. That's a big play for Quinshon Judkins. Maybe his play of the season. Howard, play clock at 3. Really chewing clock. Judkins gets the ball. And he'll go forward for 3. Well, at the 26-yard line, Quinshon Judkins just converted after being at his own 3. After a loss of yards on the first play, great gap opens up on the right side of the line. He cuts outside. Nobody there, and Jacoby Thomas had to make a tackle. Play clock at 4. Handoff to Travion Henderson. And he'll be pushed down to the ground just with Josh Simmons. Simmons fell over from his right tackle position. Great play defensively by Tennessee, and Henderson, of course, a much smaller player, falling right to the ground. Now, he is all of 5'10", 208, but the Hopewell Virginia product wasn't going to be able to get by that. Now 3rd down and 8. 2 tight ends and a handoff to Quinshawn Judkins trying to convert again. He will go forward to about the 30 and chewing 4 minutes off the clock on that drive for Tennessee. That's key. That one first down, especially if Tennessee does score touchdowns on the rest of the drives in this game, they might still come up short and lose this game 44-41 because of that first down run by Quinshawn Judkins. I cannot express that enough. Now the return by White will be taken down to the 32-yard line. And now 1st and 10. 7 minutes and 9 seconds on the clock. Tennessee needs to score on every possession. Couldn't score on the last one. They stymied at the goal line. Now a check down quickly to Sampson on 1st down. Brings up a gain of 5 at the 38-yard line. Now under 7 minutes to go. Iamaleva saying, we have no time for this. We got to go quick. Get a look at the replay here. That's what I'm talking about. You want the checkdowns on just in the short game with your running back, and then everybody else should be running some form of vertical route that's in breaking, and then you just pick what's open. Right there the check down was. Iamaleva back to pass again. Pressure comes, he fires right. Wide open, oh no! And that's not what you want for Tennessee. Squirrel White was wide open down the field, and a perfect throw there by Iamaleva, but White brickhands it. Another key play that we'll remember if this game goes in favor of Ohio State. 5 wide, 3rd and 5. Iamaleva. Over the top, quick read, dropped again. This time not able to bring it in. Tough play. That was the first time Mike Matthews has been targeted all game. The freshman receiver just got 7 catches on the year. It's a big spot. 4th and 5 now. They got to convert after those 2 drops. Well, this is all over. Looking to throw. Over the top. It is caught. 1st down, taking it in is Dante Thornton, all of 6'5" from Baltimore. A big catch and a big play. And another replay here. Really good pocket protection. Offensive line makes this thing happen, and then a good throw by Iamaleva. The execution was there for every member of the offense. That's exactly what they needed. Both teams have all 3 timeouts. Iamaleva switching the formation to a 5-wide quad set. Sampson, the running back, lined up behind all 3 receivers. They go screen to him. Now a chance, it's White rather, and he'll bring this up for a gain of 3. Squirrel White is that speed threat. He scored 2 touchdowns today on long balls. Both 30-plus yard touchdowns. Tennessee needs more of that. We're into the final 6 minutes of the game. It has been an incredible effort by both teams, but Ohio State is looming ever closer to that 2nd round playoff berth. Iamaleva back to pass on 2nd and 7. Steps up, scrambling around, and he's brought down by Sawyer after a short pickup. Just a little indecisive there. You got to either decide I'm running or I'm throwing. And right there, he really couldn't decide. And against a tough defense, you got to make that decision really quick. Again, on 3rd down, they convert 48% of the time. 5 minutes to play in the 4th quarter. Iamaleva empty. Quarterback draw. Iamaleva. Only a gain of 3, and they're going for it on 4th, you bet. They convert on 4th down 63% of the time, 10 for 16 on the season during the regular season. But this is the #1 defense in the country. This is Ohio State. They're 2nd in yards per play nationally, 4.10. Iamaleva. Play of the game for Tennessee, looks left, it is incomplete! Davison Igbinosun stepped in front of the throw and nearly picked it off. And it looks all but over. Ohio State's defense stands strong. Travion Henderson trying to kill some clock as he takes this handoff for 1. 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go in this game, and it's looking like Ohio State is going to be advancing to play Oregon and fill that last spot for the 2nd round of the college football playoffs. What a game it's been for Ohio State. Will Howard has been pretty much perfect in all of his decision-making. No turnovers for Ohio State. The offensive line's played well. Hand off to the left side, Judkins. Brings it up to the 31, a gain of 3. And we hit that 4-minute mark. Now again, both teams have all 3 timeouts. And a stop here, anything's possible. You can go really quick, but you need to score. I mean, Tennessee would need to score, and I would be talking about Squirrel White downfield pretty much every play in 2 plays or less. But this is a big-time chance to convert. Judkins on the bench. Henderson on the ground. And a gain of 1. It'll be 4th down. Howard upset about that, but Coach Hartline bringing his guys in. Ryan Day, the head coach, he's been really happy with how this team has performed today. Putting up 44 after losing to Michigan and only scoring 10, that's big time. Now to boot it away. Joe McGuire gets it deep. This to be returned here by Squirrel White. Brings it up to about the 32. And now Nico Iamaleava goes 5 wide. 1st and 10 from the 32. Watch out for Squirrel White on this drive. Iamaleava back to pass. Looks over the top. Completes it. That's Mike Matthews. He's going to get the 1st down, bringing him down to a 46-yard line. Mike Matthews' first catch of the day, had a drop on the last possession. He had the game-winning touchdown versus South Carolina this season. And right there, just beating that cover 2 look. You've got Smith over the top in coverage. He's just not able to catch up there. A linebacker versus a wide receiver, you're always going to side with that wide receiver. Now 3 receivers set to the right. Squirrel lined up alone on the left. Back to pass. Iamaleava rolls right into pressure. Jack Sawyer brings him down. And Columbus goes wild. That's a big-time play. And that's a big-time player. Jack Sawyer, one of the guys we starred today before this game, comes up with a huge sack, his 5th and a half of the season. 2nd and 18. Iamaleava. Got to pick up some yards here. They get some, and they get the 1st down. A nice conversion for Dante Thornton Jr., who's had his name stamped all over this game offensively. We reached the 2-minute warning. Tennessee's got a lot of work to do. Ohio State just needs to pick up 1 1st down when they get the ball back, if they get the ball back. Five wide. Iamaleava. Nearly intercepted. He gunned that one right to Sonny Styles again. Styles already has 1 interception today, his only interception on the season. He's arguably been the best defender all year in this 2nd level, leading the team in tackles. Definitely one of the most dynamic players on Ohio State. Just couldn't come up away with it there. Now to throw. Iamaleava steps up to his left, scrambling around, looking down the field for a throwaway. And he gets it away. 3rd down and 10. Tennessee's just taking too much time here. They're just taking too much time. You got to look to the end zone now. With 1 and 50 seconds, down by 20, you've got 3 timeouts. It's still possible, but you need to make it happen. 1 high safety for Ohio State. They're playing back off. Iamaleava to throw. Going towards the end zone. Intercepted, and that'll do it. Return back to the 7, maybe the return for 7 yards rather. An interception by the safety Lathan Ransom. His 2nd of the year will put it away for Ohio State. And they are going to be playing Oregon in the next round. Let's take a look at this. I like taking the shot downfield. It's the right play, but unfortunately he's double covered. You got to throw that one high and towards the back of the end zone. Iamaleava's got a lot to learn now. Handoff, Henderson trying to put it away. Henderson running forward to the 30. That's a nice play. Ohio State, they put on a clinic today. We know them for their top-ranked defense, and they've shown that they are the best defense in the country today against a high-powered 8th-ranked offense. But their offense is great, too. 44 points today against the 5th-ranked defense in the country. Clock at 2, the handoff. And now Henderson will pick up the 1st down. And that will do it. Tennessee will likely not call a timeout. It has been dominant. The 2nd half, all Ohio State. This team, after losing to Michigan last week in heartbreak fashion and a scrum in the middle of the field, they're going to come out on top today and advance to play the number 1 team in the Big Ten, Oregon. Handoff, Henderson, no gain, but that should be the last play of the game. And when we look ahead to that game, Oregon beat Ohio State 32-31 when Oregon was just the number 3 team in the country. Get a look at that graphic again in a moment, but this has been an all-time matchup. Ohio State comes out on top, holding Tennessee scoreless in the fourth quarter. 44-24 the final as Ohio State advances to play Oregon. The player of the game, without a doubt, was Will Howard. 432 passing yards, 3 touchdowns to bring him to 30 touchdowns on the season. Not a single turnover, using his feet when he needed to. He found his men, Abuka and Smith, downfield all day. It was a great game from Emeka Abuka as well. Jeremiah Smith was clutch. Squirrel White deserves his flowers for the other side for Tennessee, as Coach Hopel, Joey Halsley, and Tim Banks will be going home sad. But Coach Ryan Day, offensive coordinator, and defensive coordinator Brian Hartline, and Jim Knowles will advance to play Oregon, the toughest match of the season for them, for sure. We'll take one last look at this bracket, see who's going to be playing in this next round. We're going to have Ohio State going up against an Oregon team. They're number 1 in the country, undefeated. And again, Oregon beat Ohio State by 1 point. And Ohio State's last loss to Michigan last week was so huge in bumping them all the way down these rankings. All the way into the 8th seed. They get a tough win today against the 9-seeded Tennessee Volunteers. The Volunteers drop to 10-3, ending a great season. And Ohio State's season stays alive, 11-2, and taking on Oregon next week. Thank you all for joining me today. I'm Evan Sharrard saying so long, and thank you for watching this week's coverage of the college football playoffs. We'll be back next week when Ohio State takes on Oregon, the number 1 team in the country. Thank you all for watching, and so long, everyone. Ohio State comes out on top by Will Howard's excellent 400-plus yard performance, 44-24, the final.